It is no longer news that our own baby girl Veekee James and her husband Femi Atere recently launched their multi-million or billion business, and they named the business Fairytale. In case you do not know, Fairytale is a luxury gifting brand. They specialize in all kinds of gifts. They are just there to surprise your loved ones, especially if you have money. So that is the brand that Mr. and Mrs. Atere actually launched late last year 2024, and ever since then it's been going on well. And trust Veekee James, she put in her very best to publicize the business to make sure that it gets to her target audience. But as you know, oh god, my country people are always going to have one or two things that they want to say about it. They recently started saying that, oh, Veekee James claims to be a woman of God, yet she uses every opportunity she has to reap the people of God. And I'm like, what do you people mean by reaping? I had to go through the comment section of the post, under the post where she made that particular video, to actually understand what people meant by she reaping people. And that was where I came to understand that she does hamper, right? You know, hampers are done and then many gifts are put inside. And in Veekee James' particular hamper, this is not an hamper. She has this particular set while she has the hamper. You're going to see the hamper in a short while in this video. So in the hamper, she puts sardines, she puts Pringles, she puts Nutella, there are different things she puts in the hamper. And I learned that the hamper is sold for 500,000 naira. I mean, that was what they said the price is from the Fairytale website. And it was because of the price of that hamper being 500,000 naira. That was why Nigerians tag Mr. and Mrs. Atere to be greedy and selfish. So in their own words, they said that, oh, she's not supposed to, you know, make it as costly as that. This is the hamper I'm actually talking about, this particular one. So this hamper you're seeing, everything here, like if you want this package for your loved ones or for yourself, you have to pay Mr. and Mrs. Atere 500k. And they were saying like, oh, this is too much, this is just, you are just extorting people. What is this? Did you import any of these items? Are they not items you bought from the local supermarkets? Why are you? And I'm like, oh my god, Mrs. Atere is a Kong businesswoman. She's a very, very dedicated, sophisticated businesswoman. She knows what she's doing. She has a target audience. And of course, people will say that, oh, why are people saying target audience for ordinary provision? But hey, let me tell you something. Bottled water is bottled water, right? But then when you are on the streets, you can get a bottled water for 200 naira. But when you go to a very good restaurant, you can see that same bottled water for 500 naira. When you go to a club in VI, that bottled water that you can buy on the streets for 200 naira is being sold here for 5k. So it all boils down to packaging, it all boils down to branding, it all boils down to how you are able to market and package your own products. Let us not forget that this woman is a celebrity. She's like the number, like she's part of, like, if you want to call the 5 top fashion designers, there is no, in Africa, mind you, there is no way we are not going to call Mrs. Atere, like Veekee James. Let me use her name. There's no way we are not going to talk about Veekee James. So for her to do this brand, she's doing it for luxury people. She's not doing it for me, because I am not a target audience. And now when I see such posts, what I expect Nigerians to do, when you see such posts and you see that the price is high, like you obviously cannot afford it for now, what you do is you just scroll and then you pass. And then you allow people that will be able to afford it to go buy it. As you saw, like if you go back to the Fairytale Instagram, you'll see that there is this Mrs. Thompson that ordered plenty of these boxes for maybe herself and then maybe her clients or so, or her customers, her workers. Those are God, how do I even emphasize on this enough? Those are the kind of people that Veekee James is working up to. Like she's working with those kind of people. Let's not also forget that Miss Veekee James herself is a brand. she's a big brand. So those that are patronizing her, they're not just buying gifts, they are buying the brand. They are buying Veekee James. They want it to be like, when I gift you this hamper, you know that it is not just coming from a roadside vendor, it is coming from Veekee James. So as such, you'll be able to cherish and value that hamper to the highest level. So guys, that is just my thoughts on this thing. In as much as I feel like 500k is too much for this particular hamper I am seeing, I also feel like I am saying that it is too much because I cannot afford it for now. I mean, I cannot use my 500k for now to buy this particular hamper. I and many other Nigerians feel that same way. But let us not also forget that what these rich people are buying for 500k, like as it is big for us, in some other part of the world or in some other part of this country that we are still living in, 500k is another person's 20,000 naira. So that is just it. Let's just learn to understand that life is in stages. Because it is big in your own eyes does not mean that it is big in someone else's eyes. As we are here now, there are things that you can comfortably buy. You can maybe take 20k to the market and then you buy things and then you come back home and use it to cook one pot of soup. 20,000 naira only, you use it to cook one pot of soup. Do you know that in some families, to some certain kind of people, that 20k is too much? You are so extravagant with that 20k for that one pot of soup. Do you know that some certain families in Nigeria can manage that 20k to cook, like they can use that 20k to cook like 5 pots of soups that you're using to cook one pot of soup? So that's how life is. What is big for you is not big for another person. With these few points of mine, I hope I've been able to like just throw some light on this, because I feel like all these people that are trying to say that, oh, it's too much, this is that, please, let's leave that talk. This thing is not for us. Even when she did her master class, people were saying, oh, that's too much, it's too much. Did you see the kind of like the number of persons that registered for that master class? That's to show that she knows what she's doing. She's giving value for money. She's actually impacting positively. So she has people that she's targeting. It is not me for now. So please, let us not try to use our mouth to spoil her business. Anyways, we cannot spoil her business because we were not, like, it is not us that made her. And I like the fact that, you know, these people, all of these ladies or people that came out from trenches, they know how to make a good use of their money. If you see anybody that has tasted poverty, they know how to like use their talents to source for money. Please, let us just hope that one day we'll be able to afford this and not backbite this woman. Thank you.